Welcome all tonight to our installment of Summer Sizzle, where we'll be talking about It Is a Healthier You. We are joined tonight by our guest, Anne-Marie from Precision Portions, and we'll be co-hosted tonight by none other than Lady A. On behalf of Bishop Porter and the Connecting Place, thank you all for joining us this evening. We ask that you share us, you like us on all the social media platforms. You've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got YouTube, and we are looking forward to having a good time with you this evening and learning how we can eat healthier. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to our host, Lady A.
Anne-Marie, it is such a pleasure having you here with us
so
again.
Exciting.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, I'm thrilled to be here.
Wow, so excited to hear all about Precise Portions.
Oh, well, I love talking about food. I love talking about healthy eating, and I really love talking about how food contributes to a healthier you. So thank you for having me back.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome.
It's my honor to be here. So we started, my husband and I, Precise Portions over 10 years ago. We started really focused on diabetes, nutrition, given a really high incidence of type 2 diabetes in our families. We have since expanded the line to be more focused on healthy eating, healthy nutrition. But the biggest breakthrough we had was probably about 3 years ago when we realized that people were still really struggling with making the top half of the plate vegetables taste great. And so we created a line of salt-free spice blends, which we'll be featuring today and which you're all going to love. But before I'm going to cook a quick dish for you. But before I do that, I wanted to ground everyone in like our founding principles. So in front of you, you have a two-sided sheet. On the back side, it's really helping you understand what's the right caloric intake for you on a daily basis. So we'll just talk about step one. It's gender, then age, 2 to 3, up to 51 plus. And then how active is your lifestyle? Are you sedentary? Are you moderately active? Are you active? And then you just pick that number, and that's about how much you should intake on a daily basis. But really, with our products, you don't have to totally worry about calories. We really prefer you to focus on the other side of the page. And on the other side of the page, it really showcases it's just a plate in the center. And all of our products, you'll see the top half would be non-starchy veggies, which is like this plate. Then the lower left would be your starchy veggies or non-starchy or cereal or grains, sorry. And then your meat or your proteins would be the rest of the plate. One of the biggest kind of myths that people have is a full meal is what's on my plate. And what we want to teach you is the full meal is the old-fashioned place setting. Who grew up with place settings? And the place setting includes the fruit. It includes your milk. And actually, if you complete the meal that way, you're not going to be hungry. And so a lot of times, people resist portion control because they think it's just the plate. And we're like, no, it's the setting. So it's a complete lifestyle change around what it means to have a full meal. Okay, so today we're going to expose you to some of that, but we are going to share some food, and we'll talk about the food when it's in front of you. But before that, I want to do a quick dish just to show you that cooking vegetables doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take a long time. And I'm just doing cabbage. Who likes cabbage?
Oh,
I love cabbage, yeah. I wish I had some red cabbage. There's like some tricks with red cabbage. But, okay, I'm doing cabbage. And if this
so what are you going to do with the cabbage?
I think that's supposed to hold.
Do you need me to hold it?
It's supposed to hold. Okay, I think it's going to hold. All right, it's holding. I'm going to stir fry.
Okay.
And so we're going to stir fry the cabbage. We're going to stir fry at high heat. And today I'm going to use our basil infused olive oil, which is yum, yum, yum.
Yes.
Delicious.
That's my favorite. I bought some the last time.
Uh-huh.
Now I have to ask you, is stir fry different from, well, let me back up. I grew up, my mom always steamed the cabbage. She would fry it, and then she would allow it to steam.
So
Is that the same?
not quite. It's a quick steam.
Okay.
It's like 2 minutes. If it's longer than that, you're overcooking the
Okay.
vegetable. And we like veggies because it also introduces fiber as well as nutrients. But if it's overcooked, we reduce the nutrient contribution and we also reduce the fiber because we've broken it down.
I see.
So we want
Okay.
the full fiber in our diets. So, okay, you got to smell this.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I wish you all can smell it.
Yeah.
It's garlic and ginger. So into the basil oil, I'm just gonna. Woohoo! Now you'll be able to smell it. And I'm just going to saute that just a bit, not too much.
Is there anything I can help you do?
Taste.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm ready to do that.
Okay, and then we'll just throw in the cabbage. And actually what I'm going to do is just try to just get some of those spices on the leaves.
You finding you have to just turn it a lot when you're cooking the cabbage?
Yeah, and so one of the tricks about cabbage, which I think I forgot today, so make sure you all remember this, is that you want the cabbage to be wet. So my cabbage is dry because I pre-cut it. And so when it's dry, it tends to char a bit when you put it in the, on the, by the way, I'm roasting this at 420, okay? And then I'm just gonna do a little sea salt blend. This sea salt has garlic, onion, and oregano. So think about it. I mean, I hope you are salivating. You've got olive oil, you've got basil, you've got garlic, onion, oregano, and ginger.
Yeah, I need a napkin right now. I'm salivating, okay?
And then I'm just gonna put a little, this is just a chicken broth. And so I'm steaming in chicken broth, okay?
Now, I've never done that.
Ah,
I've never done that. Now, can you
Okay,
tell
okay.
us what's healthier for you? Regular table salt or the salt blend or kosher salt?
yeah, so some people feel or believe that the iodine in regular salt is harmful to like thyroids and things like that. And so when you hear a discussion around salt, it's normally around does it have iodine or not? Now the pink Himalayan salt is mined differently. So it comes in with more minerals than regular salt, and it's minus the iodine. So there's a lot of debate around whether it's significantly impactful or not. But I think for all of us who are trying to go healthier, we take even little differences. We just want to go in the right direction. And so that's why, you know, I think on kosher salt, it's kind of the same thing. But kosher salt, it's all around the preparation of the dish. I'm sorry, of the ingredient of the
Okay.
salt, the mining of the salt.
I tend to sprinkle a little bit of kosher salt at the end on certain dishes.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, what
I
I
don't
like.
cook with it per se.
So what we like about an approach like that is you control your salt. So one of the things, as we think about a healthier you, the more you cook at home, like this is not hard. Does anybody think what we just did is hard? Right? You could do this almost every night. Wait till you taste it. You'll do a big pot and just have leftovers, which is nice, right? But the point is salt. We want to control our salt because salt is a big contributor to hypertension and high blood pressure, which in our community is we're kind of predisposed to some of those conditions. So we want to be more intentional about how we nourish our bodies. We want to be more intentional about the salt and so on. Yeah? Okay. So one other thing is when I share the cabbage, you'll find that it's crunchy. So that might be unfamiliar to some of you, and you may or may not like that. But crunch is good.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want to overcook this.
And sometimes I'll pour a little bit of oil on top of my cabbage. Just to kind of help a little bit. I don't know, it was something I learned along the way.
Yeah, so one of the ways they do vegetables in China is they use sesame oil as the thing they drizzle on on um, on vegetables. I stopped there because I wanted to figure out how you're going to taste this. So maybe you could grab a
Plate?
spoon, a plate.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
absolutely.
Let me put it in this bowl. Okay, there you are.
Okay. Thank you, host. Thank you. All right, here we go.
Don't forget me.
Okay, I'm turning this off because it's really done.
Wow. So this is not how I would cook my cabbage.
Uh-huh. How would you do it?
I would go a little bit further.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I want it just a little bit tender.
Okay, that's the first sign
amazing.
of like a good meal, right? So, okay, the logic behind some of the crunch is you have to chew longer. And chewing longer is good. Okay, if you're gonna like just go like this and it goes right down and you're not chewing that 32 times, your brain and your stomach are not, there's not enough time for that communication.
That makes sense.
So you do want crunchy food. So yes, you do want raw carrots. Yes, you do want raw celery. Okay, every once in a while we do like all of that stuff in fried rice, but generally we prefer it where there's crunch and you can slow down and let your brain and your stomach really communicate.
So that's all a part of that whole, well, not just digestion, but just
Satiation, yes, yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
All
no,
right.
This is really good.
All right, so I think I'll just dish some of this out and get it around the room.
I'll take a bite and then I'll help.
Yeah, so let's get some questions. What does the room smell like, first of all? Yes.
Storage with the cabbage, how many days? Is there a certain limit to when you can go back if you want to put the cabbage up for a couple of days?
You mean after it's cooked or before it's
Yes,
cooked? Or after?
after.
Oh yeah, it will. You can hold on to it for like 5 days.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you just heat it in the microwave. It should be fine.
okay.
Yeah, so it's okay to cook extra, but if you cook it in a way that you like it, it won't last that long. But technically, you could do that.
Okay, well, that answers the question regarding how, cabbage is cooked the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we definitely have to eat it pretty soon
Oh yeah,
because it can cause a little, Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is silence in this case good or not good?
It's very good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, so while we are doing that, let me share with you what's in front of you. You have a plate that is the paper version of our to-go plate, and so a half of the plate has a tossed salad. And one of the things about the tossed salad, I should bring everybody's attention to the fact that I was at the church and we created this whole thing, like food is your medicine. And for this one, it's eat 5 colors of the rainbow every day. So when we talk about a healthier you, that's one way to know that you're building a healthier you. Are you getting 5 colors a day? And so on the page, and you all should take this with you when you leave, you just circle one of my favorite 5 colors, and it's summer sizzle. So while you're eating, I want to know what are some of the orange colors that are great in the summer? Any ideas?
Carrots, tomatoes.
Yep, exactly. How about fruits? Oranges. Yeah, we remember. So did you know blueberries help with memory? Did anybody know that? So one problem is when we learned about food, we didn't, no one ever taught us why. They never said, oh, well, if you eat this way, I think the one thing I grew up with was carrots are good for your eyes. That one I remember. Carrots are good for your eyes.
Yes.
Did you grow up with that one?
I did.
Yeah. But like nails, we only learned later. And so then muscles are purple and hearts are red and immune systems are yellow. And we kind of know that whenever you have a cold, everybody says, drink more orange juice. Well, that's why. And yeah, and calcium. So for any of us who are lactose intolerant, we all need to replace the calcium. So even though we give up milk or we might give up yogurt, we need to still replace the calcium because calcium is for the bones and the teeth. And so these are other sources. So kale and spinach and lettuce and broccoli, those are bok choy. Those are all great kind of replacements for the green veggies. So
I have a question about that salad.
yeah.
What's a healthy choice for salad dressing?
Oh gosh, well, why did you have to go there? I love making my own salad dressings, actually. And I do it with olive oil. And I love freshly squeezed lemon juice for salads, Dijon mustard, and sometimes you could choose to go with a little bit of garlic, not too much. It overpowers it very quickly. And then salt and pepper. You could try it with the balsamic, or with the balsamic, you could just go mango balsamic or other balsamics, just, yeah.
Okay.
And some people, instead of using freshly squeezed lemon juice, they might replace that with red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar. So it's the oil, which is the emulsifier, and then it's like something acidic, and then mustard, salt, pepper, and then other things. But
It's pretty easy to make.
it's pretty easy, and that lasts at least 5 days as well. You know, if you make it and it emulsifies and all of that. Yeah, I have a friend. She makes her dressing every night. I mean, she might put it in a teacup with a little fork, and she mixes it, and that's it.
Fresh is always best. Right?
Fresh is best. And why? Well, one of the reasons is, again, we go back to salt, that in order to preserve foods, manufacturers have to use things. They have to use ingredients that are not necessarily the best for our bodies. And so there's salt, and then there are things we don't know how to pronounce, and things like
A lot
that.
of preservatives.
A lot
that
of
are harmful.
preservatives, a lot of sugar, salt. So the more we can do fresh, the better off I think we are. So the other thing you all are enjoying, I hope, is brown rice. Now, unfortunately, brown rice is not as quick to cook as white rice. So brown rice takes about 45 minutes. I prefer it because it has more fiber, because the other part of a healthier you is fiber. So I'm going to make another sign, and I'll add that one. We have to intake 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. And then, so brown rice helps with that fiber. All of our colors, 5 colors, helps with our fiber. What else? What are some high fiber foods? Oatmeal, fantastic. 4 grams per serving. Like, yeah. So oatmeal, a lot of the brands, you know,
Like bran flakes. And
bran
things like
flakes,
that.
yeah, bran flakes, yes. Sweet potato has a lot of fiber.
I love sweet potato.
Oh yeah, we all love sweet potato, but we have to start cutting our sugar on the sweet potatoes, right?
Killjoy.
I know. Okay, so at this point, I should tell you, one of the spice blends, well, 2 of the spice blends we produce, one's a smoky jerk and one's a coconut curry. They are both excellent on sweet potatoes. You gotta try it. Excellent, like surprisingly excellent.
Yes.
So anyway, keep that in mind. You also have lentils. How many of you have had lentils before?
Love lentils.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love lentils. So of all of the beans, so you have beans would be like navy beans, pinto beans, kidney beans. Of course, all of those beans are just fantastic. They introduce about 5 to 8 grams of fiber per serving. So ideally, just like I'm saying, you should have 5 colors of the rainbow every day. Ideally, in a week, you ought to try to have some beans in your diet for that week. And of all of them, lentils and split peas are the easiest to prepare. And so really easy. And
Now, I just throw lentils in my crock pot
yeah,
and leave them in there for, I don't know, 4 to 6
yeah,
hours.
that's a
and when I
great
come back,
idea.
it's done. It's
Oh,
done.
that's a great idea. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. And then the other thing we are featuring today is roasted chicken. And the roasted chicken we marinated with our chili blend, which is right here. Basil infused olive oil. We always use, again, an acid. So for that, we used lime, freshly squeezed lime juice and salt to taste.
Now, did you marinate that chicken?
I did.
You did in what you're telling us.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, if you're going to throw it on the grill, you can just let that sit for 30 minutes on the grill and it's going to be magnificent. Yeah.
Wow. So I have purchased your seasonings, your oils, and they're just amazing, just top notch. That curry on the sweet potato, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. It truly kicks that potato up.
Yeah,
another notch.
fantastic.
I mean, I absolutely love the herbs. No salt.
Right. We do have a salt blend, but you don't need it on that, on those. It's all optional. The salt is completely optional, and we designed it so that if you're in a situation where you really have to watch your salt intake, the blends are they're layered,
Okay.
the flavors, and so you don't really need salt at all.
I love it. I love it. I even add a little bit of, I have this one.
The Tuscan blend?
Tropical Tuscan blend. I add this to my salad. I'll sprinkle it
Perfect.
on
Oh,
top
no,
of my
that's
salad.
nice.
So good.
Yeah,
So yummy.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yummy. Now, how can our viewers get to try these as
Oh,
well?
fantastic. Well, it's all available on our website at preciseportions.com.
Okay.
And then we also have some for sale. But yeah, we'd be happy to get this into every household in America.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wow. Well, this has just been amazing. This has been amazing. I certainly love the cabbage. I was a little shocked. I was like, you didn't cook it long enough, but boy, is it great. What does our audience think? What do you all think? Yes. Really good. Love that. And we have a couple of teenagers even in our studio today. What do you guys think? Pretty good? Thumbs up.
Thumbs
We love
up.
that. All
Yes.
right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much.
We do need 2 questions at least. Who'll be the brave 2 souls to give us 2 questions?
Miss Emery, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Including prep work, how long would it take for you to complete this meal that you prepare for us today?
Great question. I could do the whole thing in 45 minutes based on the rice. Now, if I did instead like sweet potatoes roasted, I could have the whole meal done in 30 minutes. Yeah. But you see, the cabbage, it's what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, no. 5 minutes. White rice is 15. Like if you did jasmine rice, which I do on occasion just because I love that. I love that jasmine rice. And so jasmine rice is like 15 minutes. The chicken we roasted for 30 minutes, 15 minutes on each side, And yeah, so within an hour we could be done.
Okay.
Forgot the
So my
dressing.
question is on our food display,
Yes,
if we do not like milk or yogurt, what is
yes,
the good substitute?
collard greens.
Okay.
So the green. So the the benefit of milk or yogurt for most of us is the calcium. And so now you're looking at other sources of calcium. And so you'll get calcium from more green veggies. So broccoli, bok choy, kale, lettuce, etc. So just bring that stuff up and have that every day. Because we have to worry about bone density, right? So you can't just say, oh, well, I can't do milk, or I'm not going to do yogurt. You have to replace the nutrient of calcium.
I have a question about that. I'm on day 12 on my day 14 of clean eating.
Uh-huh.
So I do like yogurt. I do like cream in my coffee.
Yeah.
So I've switched to soy or to almond milk.
Almond
That has
milk.
been my favorite.
Yeah.
So what about things like that? Or
So
ice cream, almond ice cream? What?
yeah, so take a look. A lot of the packaging will say calcium fortified. If it doesn't say calcium fortified, it doesn't contribute to your calcium count.
I see. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and in fact, take a look at orange juice as well. You'll see calcium fortified. So if you're giving up, if you're trading off milk or anything like that, look for calcium fortified because that's the thing you want to bring into your diet, whichever way you can.
Wow. Wow, that is great. Great news and information.
Yeah. Any other questions? Who's ready to cook us a meal? How long does it normally take you to cook? Who cooks? Where are you? I see a hand. What do you like cooking? Yeah. Hold on, hold on.
I just like cooking. So I cook a variety of stuff. And my husband is Hispanic, so I kind of do both on any given. So when you're saying the rice takes a few minutes, not the Spanish rice, takes a little longer to cook. But yeah, I like cooking. It doesn't matter.
Oh, great. So you don't mind the time in that case?
I don't usually spend a lot of time in there. I get in there and get it done. And
Yeah, so on average, you would say about how long does it take to get in and get it done?
probably a solid hour, depending
An hour.
on what actually is being done.
Yeah.
So probably about 45 minutes to an hour.
And do you do a lot of leftovers?
Not really. At one time, I did with the larger family. Now that it's smaller, so it's not a lot of leftovers done.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. And we want to thank all of our, Miss Anne Marie especially. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
Oh my
having
gosh.
me. Yes, it's
And
such
thank
an honor.
It has been such a pleasure getting all of your wisdom and knowledge regarding precise portions. And thank you to our audience today, our host as well. Thank you so much for being here. And join us again when we discuss healthy living.
Well, TCP family, friends, and guests, I don't know about you, but tonight was awesome. I enjoyed myself tonight with Miss Anne Marie and Precise Portions, and of course, Lady A as our host. We welcome you back next week as we go into part 2. We can't leave this evening without giving everyone and anyone an opportunity who does not have a relationship with Jesus Christ, an opportunity tonight to have that relationship. And it's simple. Just say this prayer right here. Jesus, I recognize that I am a sinner. I also recognize that you died on the cross for my sins, and I know that you rose from the dead so that I can have access to eternal life. Lord, I ask that you come into my life tonight, and I promise to be a better person because I know that you will be at the center of my life. Things may not be easy, but they will be better. And if you said that prayer this evening, it is our belief and is also in the scriptures that you are now a new creature in Christ. You are saved. And you have access to Jesus Christ, a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. If you don't have a church home, we would love to be your church family here at the Connecting Place of Greater Salem. Just give us a call at the number on the screen, inbox us on any of the social media platforms, or you can come by the church and visit us on Sundays for worship. If you do have a church home, we just say that you give your pastor a call, somebody at your church. Let them know that tonight you gave your life to Jesus Christ, and I'm hoping that they will help you on your walk with Jesus going forward. Also, at this time, we would love to give you an opportunity to sow into this great church here. We believe that the Connecting Place of Greater Salem is great ground to sow seed. Tonight, you can give either by giving your tithes or by offering. Once again, on the screen will be several ways that you are able to give via push pay, cash app, mail. There will be several options. Please pay attention to what pops up across the screen. Well, once again, family, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again next week for part 2. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you. May the Lord keep you well until we meet again. It's in Jesus' name that I pray. Amen. God bless you.